Newcastle have maintained their unbeaten start to the season. They beat Spurs 2-1, leaving Ange Postecoglou ruining missed chances.
We didn't get a second or third or fourth or fifth like we could have. So, you keep the opposition in the game. And it was a disappointing second goal we conceded. Thought we switched off for a moment and paid the price. But the game should have been well gone by then. Even the first half, I thought they had a couple of threats. They scored a good goal. But aside from that, we still control most of the game. But again, you got to sort of convert that into getting scoreboard pressure on them.
Well, we touched on this just briefly early on, didn't we, Ali? That we couldn't believe Spurs were so on top. Now, how much of the blame for them not making the most of that falls on the manager?
Well, the buck stops at the manager. It's not his responsibility to put the ball in the back of the net because he can't do that. But eventually that's where the buck stops, at the manager. So he has to, and he will take responsibility because it's his team. But the fact of the matter is, I mean, I was shouting my boys down the stair. I thought it was just a matter of time before Tottenham scored. But then, they, no doubt about, in my opinion, they really miss the big fella at the back when he's not there, Big Van de Ven.
Oh, no question about that at all.
They absolutely miss him. I mean, I think it was Dragusin had a good challenge late on somebody. It might have been Murphy late on. I can't remember. But I've got to say that in possession the second half they looked really, really good. But even then, there was a couple of breaks that Newcastle had, and you thought they could nick one here. The tackle I mentioned, and then obviously how well did Jacob Murphy do for the goal? Absolutely tremendous.
Brilliant.
I mean, absolutely tremendous. Just knew exactly what he was doing.
As did Joe Linton, great ball.
Oh yeah, he had a couple of great balls, Joe Linton.
He did, yeah. He's a monster. He really is.
I've mentioned it before, and I know the Newcastle fans will love hearing it, but I'm running the risk of repeating myself. I'm absolutely staggered, but also delighted at the transformation in Joe Linton going back in that middle of the park. I mean, it's magic to see. He just looks happy. He looks in control. He's loving his football. He's playing. Obviously there was obviously rumours earlier on that he might be leaving the club, but he just looks so happy. And I thought he played really well yesterday. But what a pass!
He did indeed. I'm just going to say one thing, and Newcastle fans, don't get on my back about it, because I had you finishing top four, having seen yesterday. Actually, having looked at your bench yesterday, I don't think you can finish top four because the lack of activity during not just this transfer window, but the previous transfer window as well, means that squad is pretty much threadbare. So I might just have to change my mind about finishing top four. But look, great win yesterday.
Certainly was.
Against all the odds, really.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.